So I'm working off duty at the mall. Actually, I'm working off duty with my partner who's on the streets. He's been my partner since the courthouse. Like we got out together, we worked patrol and task force together, and we were working together. And I was talking to my wife on the phone, and Belk's Loss Prevention comes over the radio and says, "Hey, we're going to be stopping two shoplifters exiting out of the south doors of the mall." We're kind of on the north side of the mall, so we wouldn't be able to make it there. But we said, "Hey, we'll have mall security bring up video and we'll watch it, make sure everything's okay. And then we'll meet you at your office and we'll handle the paperwork." And we pull it up. I'm still talking to my wife on the phone. You can see a white male, a black male exit the store. Loss Prevention comes out right behind them. They identify themselves as Loss Prevention. The white male begins to fight like immediately, like a full-on fist fight with them. So I hang up the phone with my wife. Me and my partner try to get out there to see if we can assist. But by the time we got there, the black male is now not there, and they are walking the white male back towards the front of the store. He was already handcuffed, and they're dusting him off. And so we kind of get up there and make sure everybody's all right and everything's happening. I said, "Yeah, but the black male also stole something. We would like him apprehended." About 75 yards across the parking lot, there's a huge, like a bus stop, like a central, and the suspect kind of separated himself from the group that was there to see what was happening with his buddy. So they're like, "There he is right there." So me and my partner see him. What's up?
So this brilliant shoplifter mode of escape was the bus, right?
Well, they had a car there.
Oh, okay.
He just ran and tried to blend in a little bit to see what he was doing. And he probably thought he was far enough away that we couldn't see him. I don't know. But he sees us see him. We have that little aha moment. He takes off running across the street. It's an expressway, so it's like a 6-lane expressway, and it happened about 7:40 at night, and it was in January, so it was dark. So we had to do a little bit of Frogger to get across there. We're running across the parking lot of like a shopping center. He was kind of ran up and got caught by the shopping center and was running across the front of it. Me and my partner cutting through the parking lot, like trying to get to the corner on him. Before he made it to the corner, I saw his legs get wobbly, and he almost started to fall. And I was like, "Oh, I got him. His lactic acid built up. He's mine." So I told my partner, "Hey, I'm going to speed up. I'm going to go get him." So I run to the corner. When he rounds the corner, he's still on the sidewalk of the building, but it's like a glass corner, so I can see him the entire time. And he's walking. So I don't know if he's tired or he's just trying to act nonchalant, like to the other traffic. Well, I get to the corner. I draw my taser. I tell him, "Hey, you're now dealing with the police. It's time to go back. Let's give it up." Well, he turns around and looks at me and puts his hands up like this, but never says anything and never stops, but he keeps walking backwards. And tell him to stop.
Hey, Jared, let me ask you this, man. And I'm assuming you've probably had numerous foot chases before. So, most of these things, when you catch a guy, they kind of just they're maybe they're passively trying to get away. They're not physically there to bang it out and fight with you. They're trying to push you off and get away. And just like you talked about, when you're chasing someone and they gas out and they usually just give up. They don't put up much of a fight. And I'm assuming you're in full uniform, even though you're working a part-time gig. Is that correct?
Yeah. Full Class A uniform.
Okay, so you've identified yourself, boom, police, not loss prevention. All right, man. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. So he kind of, and I tell him, "Hey, man, stop or I'm going to tase you." And he turns and takes off running again. And I was like, "Son of a man." So then I take off running with him again. I don't know why I didn't tase him. I don't know if it was like if I was on the street, I would have tased him. But I don't know if I was just like, "Hey, it's a lot of paperwork for off duty. Let's just get this guy and come back." So I give him a few more commands to stop than I normally would. But then I finally had enough of it. So I put the red dot on his back, squeezed the trigger, and nothing happened. Oh. I held it there for what seemed like an eternity. There was no pop, there was no discharge, nothing. And now I'm closing that gap on him. And I look down at the back of my taser, and on the LED screen on the back, it's just counting down. So I had to safe the taser, holster it, and then go hands-on with it. So just like you were talking about, up until this point is when he was trying to get away. But when I reached out and I put my hand on the back of the hood of his sweatshirt, I was going to dump him backwards and go to the ground. As soon as I did that, he swung hard with his right arm and twisted and broke my grip, and he came to rest just like this.
So he took a fighting stance, squared off with you.
Oh man, he bladed off, chin down and fist came up. And I was like, all right. And, you know, immediately recognized it. I'm not one to shy away from a fight. So it was going to be a good one. So I immediately grabbed him, brought him in close. And I started headbutting him and elbow striking him and knee striking him, still trying to get to the ground, take him to the ground, control him. My partner would come up. We'd take him into custody. Well, seconds into that fight, I felt like a really heavy impact to my face. And I started falling down to my left. So where I caught him was on top of like a dried retention pond, about, let's say, a 25-yard circumference and about 5 feet deep, but it was dry. And I start rolling down that embankment, and I thought he punched me. And I was like, man, he got you good. Jared, get up, get up, get up. He got you good, get up. But, you know, I was kind of dazed a little bit. And then when I come to rest, I look up, and then that's when I realized he didn't punch me, he shot me. The first bullet entered right through my jaw, exited out my neck, and just broke my jaw right down the middle.
So
Jesus.